Are you suffering from those skin growths or masse which is spoiling your good looks? Let me tell you, there are various kinds of skin conditions which we commonly call masse, and I am going to highlight about these skin growths today. Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Srabani Ghosh Zoha, Senior Consultant Dermatologist attached to Apollo Multispeciality Hospital, Kolkata. So all these skin growths, they are all benign. First of all, I want to reassure, they are all benign growths, but they do affect our looks, and sometimes the number increases and thereby it bothers us too much. The first group which I want to talk about is DPN or dermatosis papulosa nigra. These are small warty pigmented lesions mostly seen on face and neck, and these are more common in Asian and African descent. Why this happens we don't know, but excessive sun exposure and friction and genetic predisposition are thought to stimulate this kind of growths. If you are suffering from this kind of growths, you need not worry. These things can be cosmetically removed. Your dermatologist is the person who is going to treat this condition. Your doctor will apply some local anesthetic or numbing cream, and after some time with a machine they are going to remove it. And this type of warts doesn't leave any marks at all. So cosmetically they can be treated elegantly. If you are suffering from this kind of lesions, it is very safe to get it removed, and there is no chance of having any cancer or whatsoever. So you need not worry about this. The second group I want to talk about is acrocordon or skin tag. These are pedunculated skin growth which are sessile and have a peduncle. These are mostly seen over flexures like neck, axilla, groin, inframammary area. These are mostly seen in overweight people, but sometimes there can be genetic predisposition with a diabetic tendency, genetic I already mentioned. So these are the factors which actually predisposes this skin tag or acrocordon. Again, this is a benign condition and there is no chance of malignancy or any other danger whatsoever, and these can be again removed with the help of a machine, and this also doesn't leave any marks. But in order to prevent further recurrence, you need to reduce your weight, and if you are diabetic, you need to control your diabetic status. And the last one which I want to talk about is the wart. Actually, wart are rough skin growths, but these are caused by viral infection. So this is something which needs to be treated actively. You can't afford to keep your warts because they are infectious. So from one place to another it can be transmitted, and there can be various kinds of wart. It can affect your face, we call it verruca plana. Then you can have thin filiform warts. Warts can affect your hand, it can affect your feet, plantar warts, and also there can be periangual warts, means nail biting, pulling the skin. All this thing can predispose to developing this periangual warts. So why do we get warts and who gets it? Usually the children are more susceptible to this infection because minor cuts, injuries helps to introduce this infection. Anyone actually can get viral warts, but also the immune suppressed or the cancer patient or the kidney transplant patients, they are more susceptible to develop these warts. So it's important to avoid, especially if you have warts, it's very important to get it treated as early as possible, because any minor injury, shaving, rigorous rubbing, scrubbing, all those can actually aggravate the transmission of your warts to some other place. So it is very important you start seeking dermatologic consultation to remove these warts. And again, these warts can be removed without any consequences. Your doctor can, to start with, can give you some wart paints, but if the wart is thick, it doesn't really work, then you will need an electrocautery by which the warts are removed physically. Then there is liquid nitrogen therapy, which is not very popular in this part of the world, and there can be immune therapy, whereby some medicine are injected into the wart like bleomycin, or imiquimod is another medicine which is applied, which can sometimes help to remove the wart. But what we usually see, people try home remedies. They use the over-the-counter medications, those garlic and all those irritant materials to remove the wart. And what it does, eventually it damages the skin, it irritates the skin, and not only there is allergic reaction and vigorous post-inflammatory pigmentation, but also the wart might not be removed. So please don't try these methods at home. Even if you are suffering from this DPN or acrocordon or warts, everything can be nicely cleared by your dermatologist. So do seek proper help. Thank you very much.